Okay, hello friends. Today is Thursday, the day after Wednesday. Last night we went to church. I did that video after church. Okay, I wanted to show y'all. Remember the stick pins and my map? I've got all that set up, and I wanted to show y'all that. So, I have got stick pins in the map everywhere that I have lived and everywhere that I have traveled to. Now, there's a lot of little towns that you travel through to get to these places. This kind of map is not made for that. Yes, I would love to do that. Normally people don't. They only put where they have been and stayed and visited or vacationed and toured things and stuff like that. I'm the type that if I drove through it, I've been in that state, in that town, I want to put a pin for it. This map is not made for that. It's not big enough, and it's not spread it out, and it don't have all the names of all the little towns and all of that. So I can't do that on this one. One day I hope to get a bigger map to be able to do that. But let me show you. Y'all remember my bulb bottles, glass bottles? Well, I had two of them up there on that turn thing I made, and I had never found anything to put in them yet. So I got one because I wanted to take those pins out of the packs, and I've put them all in here. And which this is what's left after using what I needed to put in my map. So, and I've got it sitting right here. So, I guess because it's close by the map here, and I wanted it there by it. So, alright. This is my map. Give you the full shot of it. And then we're going to zoom in to the area where I have pins. Can y'all see that? Mostly all bunched up right here in Louisiana and Mississippi, but then they start spreading out. There's one way up there, and they go up like this and over. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get close. Let me back this back out. Alright, so I'm gonna explain it to y'all the best I can. So I was born in Metairie, Louisiana. That represents that one. And I did not use certain colors for certain things or reasons. I just used different colors all over the place, starting with my prettiest colors, favoriteest colors I like that they have in the group. Okay. So, Metairie, Louisiana, where I was born. This one would be Kenner, Louisiana, where I actually lived. Because Mom and Dad lived in Kenner, Louisiana, but I was born in a hospital in Metairie, Louisiana, a little town next door. They had the hospital. Kenner didn't. It was a smaller town. Alright. Then, let's see, I gotta think and remember, so give me a minute. So that's where I've lived. Okay. Then we moved to Mississippi to seminary. Then we moved to Collins, next door town in Mississippi. Then we moved now I'm trying to remember what that one was for. But anyway, then we moved, okay, yeah, then we moved to the coast. That's what that one's for. The coast of Mississippi, which was Escatawba and Moss Point, which was close by Pascagoula. And that may not be the right area. Like I said, this map is not big enough, spread it out far enough. It does not have all the names of all the towns. I know the general area. I didn't have space to really come down. It's probably supposed to be down, but so I did the best I could on that part. Okay, so we lived there for a while. Then we moved back to Collins. Then I had gotten married, and at first we still lived in Collins, but then we moved to Centerville, Louisiana, and that's what this one represents. We only lived there 3 months. and we ended up back in Collins. We always end up back in Collins. Maybe I'll end up back in Collins again. That's a nice thought. So anyway, so Centerville, Louisiana. Okay, but through years as a childhood traveling, I've been to New Orleans, I've been to New Iberia, I've been to, what was this one supposed to be for? Oh, my sister, Becca, y'all know Becca, used to live in Franklin, Louisiana. That's for that one. What was this one for? I can't remember. See, now I'm not going to be able to remember. And there's other towns I'm sure that I visited in. We had kinfolks, and when I was little, they lived in Louisiana, and we'd go visit them. I can't remember exactly the town it was. So, you know, some of them I don't even have a pin for. This may represent for one of those. I can't quite remember. But anyway, so then, and see, I don't even have, I just realized I don't even have one up there for Slidell. But see, it's starting to get crowded and no room, you know. So anyway, that's how I am. I want to put every little town. So this is just going to have to do the best I can until I can get a bigger map to do that. So anyway, okay. We've been on vacations to the Gulf Coast, which was Gulfport, Mississippi. What is this? Okay, after we lived in Centerville and came back to Collins, after a while we moved to Vicksburg, Mississippi, and lived there for a while. Okay, in vacations and such, and traveling, I've been to Tupelo, Mississippi. That's where Elvis's birthplace is. We toured that. I've been to Yazoo City, Mississippi. Okay. We've also been to kinfolk's house when I was really, really little. Aunt Elizabeth, that was my Grandpa Spikes' sister. Years ago, I was a little bitty girl, but I do remember it. She had cancer, and Daddy wanted to go visit her. So, we went. That was in Mobile, Alabama. But we've been to vacations at Mobile Beach, too, just like Gulfport Beach. Then, in our travels, we have traveled through Birmingham, Alabama, plus all the other little towns, you know. Okay. After Vicksburg, we ended up back in Collins. I told y'all. Then, after Collins for a while, then that's when we moved to Kingsport, where we rented the little log house, Colonial Heights community in Kingsport. Then we moved next door to the small town Churchill when we bought our house. Okay, then we have moved again to Lacombe, Louisiana. And like I said, I've been in Slidell. I don't have one up there for that. Oh well. So anyway, then in all of our travels while we lived here, plus while we lived here, I mean, we went to see friends and went on vacation. That's why all this is all scattered out. So those places are, for Tennessee, it's Memphis, Tennessee, and of course that's where Elvis's Graceland mansion is, that I've been to and toured. This is Jackson, Tennessee, which is where some friends lived we went to see. We've traveled through Nashville. I've been to Nashville on vacation also. We've been to Chattanooga on vacation. What was this one for? This one, I'm not sure even exactly. We've traveled through even Knoxville, you know. Like I said, I can't put one for every one right now like I would like to. Anyway, this one is representing Tennessee, Lookout Mountain, Rock City, because I've been there on vacation as a teenager. Okay, while we lived here, we have went over into South Carolina. I've just got one there. And then North Carolina, you know, just over the line a little piece. I've got one there for that. Albert's sister lives in Richmond, Virginia, so we have went up there. So we've traveled all through places to get to there. So that one represents that one. Georgia. We've traveled through Georgia, the corner of Georgia, to get in our travels from Tennessee to Mississippi when we'd visit and such. And Atlanta, Georgia, we actually vacationed in Atlanta, Georgia, and had our truck broke into, and for that reason, Albert don't like Georgia. Albert's sister that lives in Virginia used to live in Clearwater, Florida, and we went and visited her there. We lived in Mississippi at the time, and so we've traveled to there, so there's all the towns between there and Florida that we traveled. Okay. Used to go visit our friends in Illinois, well, that's from Missouri, so hang on. They took us to over the line to St. Louis, Missouri. But now our daughter and son-in-law lives in Illinois, so that represents that. Missouri, as a teenager, I've been to Branson, Missouri, vacationing. There may be others I'm not recalling and remembering. Arkansas also, Hot Springs vacation, Little Rock vacation, probably others. And as of right now, that's all I can recall and remember. That's all in my whole lifetime. I may have been over the line in the edge of Tennessee since not Tennessee, Texas. Since I've been married, I don't know, I can't remember. I will have to ask hubby. I do not believe, unless by chance we've been through the corner line of Oklahoma. I know not Kansas, unless maybe it was a corner line. But for sure, from here on up and over, I have never been to. Would love to. Definitely would love to go to Michigan, the Mackinac Island, where no cars are allowed. They use horse buggies and bicycles. I would love to do that. Even though I'm scared, you would have to get to it by the island of it, because it's like in between here, out in here. You would have to do a what do they call that? Is it barges? You would have to, or the ferry, yeah. A boat ferry to go across. I would have to try to brave up for that, but I think I would because I want to go there so bad. But anyway, I don't think I've ever been to Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, all these little towns up and through here on the way up, New York, Maine, all that I've never been to. But like I said, and that's the United States, and people says Alaska, and Canada's the United States, and to me, I don't like to count them. I don't know why. That's me and my funny mind. But also, I mean, to me, Canada sounds like and seems like it's another thing out, and it probably used to be, and maybe that's why. And then what also confuses me and I don't like, they show in Alaska here, but they tell me it's really up here by Canada, and you go through Canada to get to Alaska. That's stupid. They shouldn't do that on the dadgum map. They should put it up there by Canada where it belongs. Anyway, okay. Chill out, Shay. So, but you know how people say they make this, what do they call it, bucket list? Some things they want to do before they die sometime in their lifetime. If I had a bucket list, this would be on it. To go, not out of the United States, because that means I would have to get in a boat. If they don't still travel that way, I'm sure. But anyway, just like on cruises, you get out there in the boat. I'm never going to do that. And a plane to fly over? No. I'll stay in my rubber wheels on roads in this United States area. Thank you, ma'am. Even though I would love to go to those foreign places and visit and tour and see vacations and stuff and such, if you could drive there, I would. But you can't, so no way, Jose. But sometime or another in my life before I die, I would love to be able to say that I have been, even if it's just to drive through it, I have been to every single state in the whole United States of America. So there you go. That's that. Alright, this one is long, 14 something. I'm going to let it go, and I'll be back with another one to show y'all something else. So, until next time, I'm done. I'm gone. Toodaloo.